Jai Jagannath. Thank you. We
you.
are
We
going to
are
talk today
going to
about
talk
the Chari
today
Sambhu
about the
temple
Chari Temple
that you have visited
you have
recently,
visited recently,
Yes.
which is a
which is
Hari Hara temple
Hari Hara Temple,
Yes.
dedicated both to
dedicated
Vishnu and
both to
Shiva as the
Vishnu and
same
Shiva
person,
as the same person,
Yes.
which is very important
is
in my
very
opinion,
important, in my opinion,
because
Yes.
we need
because we
to
need to
dispel the
dispel the
confusion
confusion
of
Yes.
the sectarian
of the
mentality.
sectarian mentality.
Yes.
Because the sectarian
Because the
mentality
sectarian
is
mentality
not
is not
following the
following
Vedic
the
tradition.
Vedic tradition.
Any sectarian
Any
mentality is
sectarian
coming only
mentality is
from the
coming only
Abrahamic
from the
influence.
Abrahamic influence.
Because when we say
Because
that
when we
God is
say that
one,
God
is one.
is one.
Yes.
So, you
So,
cannot have
you cannot have
a
a
separation
separation
between
between
Hari and Hara.
Hari and Har.
Yes.
In fact,
In
this
fact,
verse from
these
the Padma
words from the
Purana
Purana
that is quoted in the
that is
Ten
quoted in the
Offenses is
Ten
actually
Offenses
saying
is actually saying
bhinna.
bhinna.
Yes.
It is offensive
It is
to
offensive
divide,
to
to
divide,
separate
to separate
Vishnu from Shiva.
Vishnu from Shiva.
Yes. Yes.
This is important.
This is
Okay,
important.
so this
Yes.
Okay,
temple
so
is
this temple
where?
is
In
where?
Orissa.
In Orissa.
This temple is in the district of Baudh, around 15 kilometer away from the district headquarter of Baudh in the
Mm.
state of Odisha. And it is a remote village only, and there is a nearby river. Mahanadi river is flowing,
Mm-hmm.
and so far as the inscription of the ASI there, it is written that it is a temple of 10th century.
10th
But
century.
what the
Can,
local,
can you
yeah,
adjust the volume, because
Adjust the
I think
volume because I think
if you
if you
raise your volume a
raise
little
your
bit, maybe
volume a
better.
little bit, maybe
yeah,
better.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
much better
Oh,
now.
much
Okay.
better now.
yeah. So as per the inscription written by ASI there, it
Uh-huh.
is written that it is a temple of the 10th century.
Yeah.
But the pujari, those pujaris are traditional pujari who are like it's a kaulika brutti of them, like
Mm.
from father to son. They are from generations. They are serving as the pujari of that temple only. So he told me that it is actually a temple of the 8th or 7th century, and they have requested the ASI to rectify that inscription. Instead of 10th century, they should write 7th or 8th century.
Probably even I think that in the 10th century a bigger temple was
Bigger
built
temple was built
Yes, yes,
based on a previous
based on a
temple.
previous temple.
yes,
This
yes,
is just the
This
same
is
like the
just the same
Jagannath
like
temple
the
of Sri
Jagannath
Mandir in
temple of
Puri.
Sri Mandir.
yes,
There was
yes,
not one
There was
single
not
temple. The
one
temple
single
that we
temple. The
see
temple that we
today,
see
as
today,
the Sri
as
Mandir
the
Jagannath
Sri
temple in
Mandir
Puri,
Jagannath
is
temple
not
in
the
Puri,
first one.
is not the first one.
first one, yes,
So
yes,
definitely, if
So
the
definitely, if
inscription
the
is right
inscription
in 10th
is right in
century,
10th century,
well, maybe the new
maybe
temple,
the new
yes.
temple,
The last
the last one, yeah,
the
built
last one,
temple. Yes,
exactly,
yes.
exactly.
exactly.
So the two
Uh,
So
things can
the two
be
things can
reconciled
be
very easily,
reconciled very
very
easily.
easily.
yes,
Maybe instead of
yes,
Maybe
changing the
instead of
inscription,
changing
which
the
would be
inscription, which would be
not honest
not honest
yes,
intellectually.
intellectually,
yes, yes, yes,
Better to add
better to add
another
another
inscription
inscription
saying that
saying
local
that
tradition
local
traces back
tradition traces back
to at least
to
two
at least
centuries
2 centuries
prior to
prior
this
prior,
to this
present
yes,
building.
present building.
yes,
So that would
So
be
that
more
would be more
honest, more
honest,
truthful.
yes,
truthful.
Okay,
yes,
that's
yes.
very good.
Okay,
The
that's
10th
very good.
century is
10th
already
century is
good.
already
Old,
good,
yeah,
Very
yeah,
good.
very good.
yeah.
So you were saying
So
So
that
you were
the
saying that
Dwarapalas are Nagas
Dwarapalas
and
are
Naginis?
Nagas and Naginis?
sorry, I didn't
The
get.
The
Dwarapala.
Dwarapala.
Yes. First of all, I just wanted to tell that there are two temples in the same campus, in the same bedha, not campus. In the
Yeah,
same bedha,
compound.
there are two temples. Yeah, compound
Within the
only.
wall.
So
Within the wall.
within the wall. In the on the same Veda only two temples has been erected. One is dedicated to Lord Shiva and another is dedicated to Lord Vishnu in the form of Nilamadhava. So both the temples don't have the dhwaja or flags, but they have the Dadhinauti. And in the Dadhinauti, there is in the Shiva temple there is the Shiva Lingam, and in the Vishnu temple there is Chakra, and both are made up of stones only. And the Dwarapalas, both in the Shiva temple and Vishnu temple, there is male serpent and female serpent.
Well, that's not exact
And
serpent. Nagas are little more than serpents.
yeah, serpents, yeah,
But
yeah,
the symbol of the snake is connected both to Vishnu and to Shiva,
Shiva, yes,
because refer to Vishnu is the Ananta Sesha,
yes,
Sankarshan,
yes,
and
yes,
refer to Shiva it is Kundalini and Prana.
prana, yes,
So the symbol of the serpent is definitely, appropriate. We can say.
yes,
We can say.
yes.
Okay. So you are also saying that there are four lingas.
Yeah, Chari Sambhu means there are four lingas. He also told me the names of the lingas like Siddheshwar, Yogeshwar, Gupteshwar, and some I am forgetting the other name.
Okay.
So there are four lingams in the Shiva
Yogeshwar.
temple. Yeah. So that's why the name of the temple has been
Yeah.
kept as Chari Sambhu
Sure, sure.
temple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another name was there you were saying before? No.
Yeah, another very good architectural marvel we can say. Like as we have heard in Konarka temple, Sun temple.
Hmm.
So we have heard like the first ray of the sun was falling on the feet of the Surya Narayan Vigraha.
Yeah.
So here also the pujari took me into the garbhagriha of the temple and he showed me, literally he showed me one like you can say hole, bigger hole on the roof of the temple, through which he was telling like the first ray of the sun is coming through that hole and it is falling on the feet of the Shiva Lingam and falling on the head of the Shiva Lingam and the feet of Nilamadhava simultaneously. Both the temple building has two holes. So for Shiva
It's
Lingam, it is falling on the head.
skylights rather than holes.
Yeah, skylight. Yeah,
Two small
yeah,
skylights.
yeah, skylights. So that one also I heard about those things, but I have never seen that thing. And here I saw, and it was so convincing for me to believe that it must be. Yeah. And another thing, I also like those two temples have four windows on the left and right of the temple, left and right wall of the temple. So two temples, four windows, and four windows are has been set in such a manner that those windows are like zigzag crosses are there and some little holes like skylight we are seeing in Odisha. So those are like the structure of the window is like that only. And
Lattice. It is called lattice.
yes, yes,
Lattice pattern means the
lattice
panel
pattern.
of the windows is perforated.
Yes, perforated.
Okay.
And the thing is that it is set in such a manner that the four windows are aligning in the same
Yeah.
line only. So if you will torch if you will give some light in one window, it will go and cross the fourth window also.
Yeah.
It is like 150 meter away from the first hole and the
Wow.
last window. There is 100 meter, still it is going in a straight direction. So that is also another architectural marvel, as we can see like people in ancient India were more architecturally developed
Oh,
than
definitely.
today's.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
And another thing, both in the Shiva temple and in the Vishnu temple, the Parsa Devis are missing. Those vigrahas are missing because
Oh,
of, like constant attack by the invaders.
yeah.
So those Parsa Devis are missing. But we can count like 32 Parsa Devis in Shiva temple and 32 Parsa Devis in Vishnu temple. So both
Yoginis.
of them are
Yeah.
combining to
64
64
yoginis total.
yoginis. Yeah. So we can see that Yugala Harihara temple and also Devi worship is prevalent
Yes,
in that
that's Jagannath.
particular.
I recognize him.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
recognize Jagannath there.
yeah,
Excellent,
yeah.
excellent. Yeah, we were mentioning, before starting to record that, in fact, this is the original idea. The original Hari Hara is the original deity in Bhakti.
Bhakti. Yes.
The transcendental form of Brahman,
Yes.
which is Vishnu Shiva Shakti, is the original form of Brahman. Vishnu is a non-manifested, Narayana Avyaktat. Uh, Vishnu is originally non-manifested, and when he manifested in the material world, is called Shiva,
Yes.
and the power through which he manifests is Shakti.
Yes.
So basically, it's always Vishnu. There's no, you cannot, also everybody accepts that you cannot separate the Shakti from the Shaktiman.
Shaktiman. Yes.
So, Vishnu Shiva Shakti is the original deity. So we can call it Hari Hara, we can call it Jagannath, we can call it whatever we want, as long as it contains these main tattvas.
Yes.
The Shiva tattva, the Vishnu tattva, and Shakti tattva.
Yes.
So this is the important part. And
Yes.
I was also mentioning one point that I really like to bring up regularly. That among the 10 offenses to the chanting of the holy name of Hari,
Yes.
the Padma Purana is saying that it is offensive to separate
Yes.
to separate the names of Hari from the name of Hara.
Yes.
Separate Vishnu from Shiva. That is silly, but it is also offensive. It's
Yes.
not just, it is offensive. And this is why lots of people have been chanting the name for, half a century, practically speaking. They're still not getting it,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So, okay, so you went to see this Chari temple recently.
Recently only. Yesterday only I went there.
Fantastic.
Yes.
That's a big blessing.
Yes.
We are getting from you.
Yes.
We are going to show
Yes.
the photos.
Yes.
We can we can discuss more about the sambhu. Any particular what festivals they have. If they do any program. What is the
Why local people are giving more importance to this temple? Because so far as I know, only perhaps two places I knew where 64 yoginis are worshipped. One is in Jharia and Ranikhet of Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah.
It is a bigger temple of 64 yoginis, and another is at Balipatna of near Khordha, Odisha. But it is
Exactly.
almost a
Near
debilitated condition.
near
Yeah, near
Dhauli.
Pipili. Yeah, yeah.
Dhauli, yeah.
I have been there. So it is a smaller one, but the shape is like Ranikhet and Jharia, the round temple without a roof.
Yeah.
And here I have seen like 64 yoginis are Parshva Devis. So it carries perhaps much importance
But
because
they are.
64
What
yogini
is
worship.
the place where the yoginis were installed? This is the same type of temple structure, round and without the roof.
No, here the 64 yoginis are Parshva Devis. Like usually we are seeing in bigger
Inside
temples, there
the
are so many
Garbhagriha.
Parshva Devis. On, yeah, on the main wall of the temple building,
Okay.
there are
Internal
Parshva
wall
Devis.
or external wall?
External wall.
External.
External wall, there are small, small altars.
I
So
see.
in those altars, the vigrahas of
But the
yoginis
Vigras,
were there as per
how
their
big
statement.
were they? Like 1 foot?
Like 1 feet,
Uh-huh.
1 feet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, they're smaller
Vigrahas are
than at
there.
Hirapur.
Yeah, yeah.
Hirapur, they're bigger. So,
Bigger. Yes.
okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. Right. So they were 32
Yeah.
around one of the structures and 32
Structure.
on the
Yeah.
other one. Okay. Any
Other one. Yeah.
particular festival? They do the same festival of everybody else.
Oh, festival, no, mainly the temple celebrates the month of Kartik, month of Shravan, and month of Magha,
I
as
see.
per Odia tradition. Kartik because it is
Yeah,
both from Vaishnavite point of view
yeah,
and from Saivite point of view, Kartik is the most auspicious month.
yeah,
And Shravan because as per Shaivite,
yeah.
Shravan is very important. And Magha because in Odisha mostly the Ashtaprahara Nama Yajna, the congregational chanting of the holy name, usually people do in the month of Magha. So the temple is celebrating those festivals, and mostly all the Saivite festivals and Vaishnavite festivals were celebrated there in a vigorous way as per
Okay,
them.
that's really
So
nice.
yeah, yeah,
Excellent. I really like this temple.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So maybe if you go again, we can take more photos. Maybe a little video.
More photos. Yes, yes,
Maybe a
video.
little
Yes,
video. It looks
yes.
like a very modest temple today. It
Yeah,
is
today.
big and very ancient, but I think
Yes.
people have neglected it a little bit.
Not people are, I will not say people are neglecting, it is the fault of government only, because if it would have been in coastal Odisha like in the district of Cuttack or Khordha, it might have given more importance and people might have known about it more, more
I see.
perhaps. But since it is in interior Odisha, and usually politicians are not much more interested in
Interested.
these
Yeah.
aspects. So this has been neglected. It is only because of ASI it is been preserved, and some developmental work are going around the temple premises. So that's all about. But the temple is not in very good condition because it's a old temple, and because of only local people, it is having its value in this local area.
I see. Okay, good. Thank you. So we'll wait for the next video
Yeah.
and photos. Jai Jagannath. Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath.